How's it going, everyone? Theme Park Tracker here at Six Flags Magic Mountain with another update on Wonder Woman Flight of Courage and other happenings in the park. Starting right off, the fountains in front are receiving new piping work. A nice fix to the overall aesthetic of the park entrance. They are switching to what looks like PVC piping instead of the old metal ones they've been using. Hopefully this will lead to a more consistent operation of these fountains, instead of some of them failing to work properly, resulting in different heights for the fountains, or some not working at all. Next up, the facade above food etc. has been painted blue. Previously it was a green wallpaper that showcased the different food types that are offered at this location. Not sure what they plan on doing here, but the new paint does match the snack stand across from it. The faded mural to the right of the building could also be painted over, in favor of a solid color that hopefully matches the area better. No word again on the opening for Lex Luthor Drop a Doom. This time, the gondolas are dangling above the station. Also, we spotted one worker in there, not a ride operator, that was just waiting around. So that means they are planning tests today or are just trying to figure out why this ride isn't working, especially after its lengthy refurbishment of removing the gondolas. Over onto Wonder Woman and the new DC Universe area, the gift shop has finally gone vertical. This went up out of nowhere, and it's great to see some progress now on parts of the project that aren't the coaster. This gift shop is situated right next to the extended queue for the ride, and it'll most likely be one of those where you enter it from the land only, meaning there will be no exit ramp from the ride into the gift shop. This is different from what they did recently for West Coast Racers and Justice League Battle for Metropolis, where you do exit into a gift shop. Off to the left, the very top of the lift hill supports have gone up, giving us a look at just how tall this coaster is going to be. Obviously the ride will be slightly taller with those two V-shaped supports, with the track cresting the top, needing to be installed still. The actual track pieces for the lift hill could go up as early as next week, based on the lightning speed progress they've been making these past few weeks. We can also see the red catwalks have been added to the track leading out of the station, and the final brake run leading back to the station. Moving on, Jam and Bumpers has been closed for a few days, with some of the bumper cars turned over on their side. This could be annual maintenance of the cars or a more serious problem with the electrical components needed to make the cars move, needing repairs. We'll keep our eyes on this project for any changes. Back on over to Wonder Woman, they painted the back of the station building white. I'm assuming this is the final look of the backside for the station, since it's going to match the white exterior they're planning to do for the front. Still a bit early to call it completely done, but it's unfortunate they couldn't partially theme this side since it's going to be visible from a few parts of the midways. And here's a quick look at the construction by the Superman Bridge, giving us a better view at the height for this coaster, just being a few feet shorter than Riddler's Revenge behind it. Here's a better look at the bottom of the lift hill. They have the pieces from this first incline all the way to the station, so they're ready to get this thing up, just waiting for the lift hill supports to be finished. Here's a good look at the final brake run for the ride, which also acts as the transfer track for the trains. As mentioned earlier, the catwalks here are up along with some electrical panels for the brake fins and drive tires if there are any here. We are still waiting to see any signs of the storage track being covered like it is shown in the renderings. This will protect the trains from elemental damage and not be exposed to the sun all the time. Twisted Colossus is an example where they added the shade structure to their storage tracks a few months after it opened, so we might see something like that happen here, where it will be added down the line. Moving on to the rest of the park, I noticed these nicely painted and restored wooden benches by Jetstream, along with new non-sponsored umbrellas to provide shade. A great aesthetic change to the park, and hopefully we see more of this down the line. Some other big news this week is the rename of the helpful Honda Express to the Magic Mover, formerly called the Orient Express. Looks like the Honda promotion has ended and they are in the process of covering the Honda signage with Magic Mover ones. It appears both stations will remain blue and not revert to more neutral colors. The restrooms at the front of the park still aren't open, but they have added signage on the doors and entryways. This could be open any day now and will be a much needed refurbishment to the dated restrooms around the park. Lastly, some of the water slides over at Hurricane Harbor were turned on, being prepped for the big season opening on May 28th. Well, that's all for this update. Please comment your thoughts down below on what you saw, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates to Six Flags Magic Mountain.